Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? You know who this is. The chosen one, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you with a four-game NBA main slate video. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Leave me a comment down below. I love your guys' comments. Even if you guys, kind of like doubt my strategies and stuff, I'd like to hear from you and like to explain like my thought process. As you can see behind me, the studio's still not up. I got a bunch of bare walls and boxes and everything, so it's a slow process. You guys know when you move, right? So don't you dare be sour because the studio, everything's coming back up. Most importantly, hopefully you guys got that big hefty bag, as I quote the DFS whispers. You guys got that bread today because I know we did. The members only podcast space and I held it down today, and it was magical, guys. Now this slate coming up, we got NBA slates from like noon till 10 at night, but they're all broken up into three different slates. I'm just going to cover the main slate on this one. So I hope that's okay, guys. But if you're a member of the DFS club, you guys know we're going to do all of them, right? The only thing I really don't play are showdowns, because like I was explaining to one of the commenters from last video, is just I have a strict bankroll process, which you must have in order to be successful in this industry. So I kind of like not try and stay away from like the turbos, but if they're having a 3-game slate, I'm playing all three, guys. So that's what we do. Here's what we did today. So I came this close to my second takedown of the season. I had Jokic, who's always unfadable. I told you guys, you cannot fade that man. You cannot ever make an excuse to fade him. Jokic, Murray, right? Went for 46. I told y'all his history against that team was a real thing. And De'Aaron Fox. They all went freaking hell. Even JJ Barrera got me 20 fantasy points. But yeah, let me show you guys real quick there's me right there. I almost got that second one of the year. It was looking glorious. Hell, Phoenix got I think that's him right there with a 313. No, you got a 308 in this one. TJ McConnell, man, nice pump play. Bobby J. I told the club, man, I was bringing that big D energy in today, man. I knew it. I felt it. Came in second, got a 302. Very nice. White boy got a 317. That's what's up. And make sure you guys check out DFS Spaces video he dropped tonight. So, yeah, guys, I came this close to my second takedown of the year. Guys, if you want my lineups, my cheat sheets, the ownership, the projections, not just for NBA, but for every single sport, guys. DFSclub.com. You already know what it is. NBA, NFL, MLB, PGA, NHL, tennis, NASCAR, soccer, esports, MMA, WNBA. We have another UFC slate in 3 days. WNBA, college sports, EuroLeague basketball. Click join now. Click on my logo, Skywalker DFS. And here's how you join the family, guys. The best in the business. We have the most fun. Even when we lose, we have the most fun because we win more than we lose. So it's kind of like if we lose that day, it's just, we have a blast in here, guys. Then we have the members only podcast 1 hour before lock, and Space, myself, sometimes LT. Most of the time, LT will drop in, and it's just fire, because that's when all the injuries come in and all the starters come in, and then we Space and I, and even the chat. That's how we put together this magic, guys. But look at these prices, for God's sakes! Look at them. Woo! We ain't playing around. This DFS club army, guys. We're all bringing that big D energy for tomorrow. So don't miss out, guys, on these takedowns, on these big cash days. The NHL slate started at 9 a.m., so I missed it. I was so mad because I have a feeling I've done really good because I already knew which two teams I was going to stack, and they went off. So DFSclub.com, guys. It's more than a community. It's a DFS grassroots movement. We changed the game. All right, so let's get into it. 4-gamer. Victor Oladipo will be back. So 7K. I mean, he's all right. He's all right. I don't know if I want to new team. It's just yeah. I want to see. I'm one of those players. Like I want to see one or two. Damian Dotson questionable. Sorry, Devin Dotson. I thought this said Damian Dotson. I'm like, wait a minute, Cleveland ain't on this slate. Um, Everybody else, I think they're a full go except for a few. But we'll get into it, guys. Let's go to the position optimizer. This is Draft Dashboard, guys. This is the best optimizer on the planet. It's only $1 for 30 days. Click on the link in the description below. You yourself can have this exact tool that we're using right here. And it's Draft Dashboard, guys. All right, so what are we going to do with this Brooklyn team, right? So if Kyrie returns, you got Kyrie. These are all players that are probably going to be close to 10K. Some 11K. Kyrie, KD, James Harden. What are we going to do, right? You can't roster all three of them. So there are tons of ways to go here. It's only a 4-game slate. One of my favorites because I do good in the smaller slates, guys. I don't know why. But yeah, we got Luka, 11K. Luka actually plays better when Porzingis is in case you guys haven't noticed, right? Since Porzingis has been back, Luka has been absolutely crushing. Porzingis' minutes are going up, but we'll get to him too. But I think he does better with them, right? Look at his last 3 games: 78, 59, 86. Going up against Toronto, who don't scare no one defensively this year. Last year was a different story. Not this year, guys. 56, 68, 35 in his last 3 against him. He's always in play. James Harden, again, if Kyrie's out, yeah, I think James Harden will be pretty popular. He's under 11K. He's now plays for a very promising team. It's them, the Lakers, right? Who's going to win it all this year? 78 with a team that he's never played with before, right? So it'll be interesting, but I think he'll be popular because the price tag is kind of cheap for James Harden. You already know he's always in that 11K range, especially on FanDuel. He's $500 cheaper. Projected to get 52 fantasy points. I think he gets more than that if Kyrie is out. So stay updated on that news. Very, very important. Be glued to your phone, guys. Get on Fantasy Labs. That's the only thing I use Twitter for is Fantasy Labs and injury news, starting lineups, that type of thing. Make sure you guys get with them, subscribe to them. Trust me, they don't sponsor me, none of that stuff, but they're on top of it with the injuries and the starting lineup. So, let's see. Next up, Kyle Lowry, 7.7K. This game should be pretty fast back and forth, I think. 38, 47, 32 in his last 3. Nothing that'll really knock your socks off. You know what I'm saying? But here's the but. And I got not a lot. I got some backlash for going off of history. But I believe in history. I believe history is very important, just like I believe revenge narratives are very important. If you guys have ever played a sport in your life, you know these things exist. They're a real thing. Trust me. Look what he's done against Dallas, guys. 61, 47, 48. Kyle Lowry always goes overlooked. He's under 8K, and he's $300 less on FanDuel, guys. So, yeah. Get him in there. Let's see. You dare be sour. Fred VanVleet. We got fat Fred VanVleet under 8K. Now we're talking. It's going to be hard for me to go away with him. 16, but he does have that 43, 25, 35. So his history against him is really wishy-washy, but I'm talking this is a different fat Fred VanVleet. So I might make an exception here. Will he be a priority? No, but it's a good price. Every time he's under 8K, guys, sometimes you just got to jump on it. But I'd probably rather get to Kyle Lowry because he's had a better time against Dallas in the past. And then this game right here, the Chicago-Houston game is going to be fire. There's still, some injuries we got to look out for with Houston. Kobe White at 7'6". Then you got Levine at 9'5", right? You can always, it's like the Dame CJ situation, right? You know, Dame's going to be more than CJ. Same kind of situation with Chicago. You know, Levine's going to be more than Kobe White every time. Kobe White, 7'6". Played 25 minutes last game, 11 fantasy points. So here's where we buy low, guys. We all know what his upside is, right? Before that, look at that, 44, 38, 25, 52. So you got that floor game. So now it's time for the good game, guys. 7.6K. This game, yeah, none of these teams really play any good defense. It should just be back and forth. So I'll have some shares of this. Kobe White, if you don't want to pay up for Levine, yeah, guys, get him in there. John Wall, we already know he's going to be out. Milwaukee, you know, Drew Holiday always goes overlooked. Always. I think he's a solid play in the 7K range. 33, 45, 25 in his last three. Look what he's done against Brooklyn, guys. 43, 40, 33, 42, 40. So nothing under 33 fantasy points. And 4 out of his last 5 games against them, 40 plus. So at 7-2, you want 40. Absolutely is the bare minimum you want for anybody in that 7K range. So Drew Holiday, get him in there. And Eric Gordon, we got to keep our eyes on this. I think he's going to play. I'm pretty sure he is. So again, with no James Harden, you guys saw in the bubble last year, if you remember, he was crushing it. So I wouldn't mind going here at 5-2. Should be the main ball handler here for Houston. And an absolutely back and forth game, guys. And same price on FanDuel, 5.2K. Bruce Brown, you know, this Brooklyn team, right? This Brooklyn team Milwaukee game is going to be off the hook, right? But now Brooklyn is so stacked with talent. If Kyrie's in, absolutely no Bruce Brown. So we'll check the news tomorrow. If Bruce Brown starts, Kyrie's out, Bruce Brown gets a start. Now, I know Harden's going to take away some of that production, right? But Harden likes to pass the ball too. He's not just shooting it all the time. Last time against Milwaukee, guys, we remember Bruce Brown did get that 41. So on a slate right now that lacks value, he might be one of those players, guys. Even if he gets just like a 20 burger, he pays it off. In my opinion, for 4-3, he definitely pays it off. All right, so let's go to the shooting guard. Okay, so yeah, Zach LaVine at 9.5K. Priced right. You know, once they priced him up, of course, he gets that 32, right? Just to get you right in the old prison pocket, you know. But we're good bounce back game. It's going to be hard for me to fade him here, but I'm going to try and rather get to Harden, Durant. You know, we'll get to Porzingis too. I think he's underpriced, but that's if he plays, right? We know that he does sit in back-to-backs normally, but since he has so much time off, he should be well rested. But this is what happens, guys, when you have, what do they call it, ADHD? That's what I have, okay? It's a real thing. I can't stay focused. I'm always jumping ahead, all right? Give me a break here. Against Houston, 45, 21, 24, 47, 33. So for 9-5, but he is coming off that floor game. So that's promising. So if you want to buy low, at probably low ownership, get him in there, guys. Let's see. I think Tim Hardaway's officially out last time I checked. So that should open some things up. Joe Harris, again, hard to get to. If Kyrie's in, I wouldn't even think about doing it. But FanDuel only play, guys. Even if Kyrie's out, he's $1,300 cheaper on FanDuel, so definitely a FanDuel only play. Norman Powell, 4.8, no. Ben McLemore, I'm willing to give him another shot, right? 4.7K. Of course, when I played him, he had 21 minutes and 12 fantasy points, right? Next game gets 38 minutes, 32 fantasy points in that 4K range, too. And against Chicago, guys, if he starts, yeah, get him in there. Get him in there. Even with Eric, if Eric Gordon does come back, though, that does kind of concern me, but I mean, at 4-7, again, we're looking for maybe get as much shares of this game as we can because it's cheaper to stack this game than it would be, obviously, Milwaukee and Brooklyn. So Ben McLemore could be in play. Garrett Jedi Temple, 4.5. Whenever I play him, he smashes. He gets these 36-point fantasy games. When I don't play him, he doesn't. So just from my personal experience. Comes off the bench. Pretty consistent, though. I mean, the minutes 36, 20, 28. I do like that for a 4.5K player. But again, it's the roller coaster with him. So play at your own risk. I just like this game. So maybe I will have some shares. Who am I kidding? Sterling Brown. Let's see. I think he's out. Yeah, I don't know if he'll keep. I think he might be out. But if he's in, he gets to start. Let's say, Gordon doesn't play. Get him in there. Because last time, 36 minutes, 41 fantasy points. You guys remember, Sterling Brown's always been good. He's just always been on these teams that they have a lot of depth. So he's never really gotten his shot. Let's see. And that's going to do it for shooting guard. Let's go to small forward. Again, LeBron James. These Laker guys, right? They're always low owners. And let me just show you real quick why I never play the Lakers guys. If you're not playing LeBron or AD, why are you going to pay 6-4 for Derek Schroeder, right? Dennis Schroeder, sorry. Why are you going to pay 6-4 for a guy that gets 30 fantasy points on a high game, right? It's just like, the pricing kills me, right? That's why I don't play the Lakers. It's either LeBron, AD, or that's it for me. Because Montrezl's like the same price, and he only gets barely 30 fantasy points a game. It's like Kyle Anderson, right? Still in that 6K range. He hasn't had a 30-point game in about 6 games. So, I mean, most of the time, DraftKings gets it pretty good with the pricing, but other times I'm just like, I don't get it. So small forward, as you already know, is always slim pickings, man. But I think we already went over. I mean, Middleton's okay at 8K. I just probably rather try and get to Harden if I'm looking to target any of these Milwaukee guys. It's probably just James Harden, maybe some Lopez, but we'll get there. Not George Lopez. OG's been doing really good lately, but now he's up to 6K. Now it's serious, right? 35, 30, 33, because he gets the minutes. All those Toronto guys, they play small ball, so they all get decent run. And I was looking at Andrew Wiggins here. I know you guys hate when I cover him, but decent against the Lakers. 4 out of his last 5 games, over 40 fantasy points, but 6'6", can do it. Like, I'm really trying to find you guys some small forward here. You guys gonna always take a shot at Oubre. He's just having like the worst year of his life. Really trying here. So small forward, yeah, you might have to put someone in there that is like, let's see, Garrett Temple, yeah. So he's shooting guard, small forward. So you might want to put him in the small forward spot, right? And then put somebody else in the shooting guard spot. That's why I love these dual position guys, because you can put them in 2 different spots. All right, so let's go to. I almost skipped the best part, guys. And again, if you didn't cash today, if you're not a member of the DFS club, don't you dare be sour. Clap your hands and feel the power. Let's go to power forward, guys, because it is a new day. And as you already know, power forward center is always stacked. So let's get into it. So Giannis Antetokounmpo, 10.4K. He's under 11K. And what should be, I think it's projected 238 total points, only at like a 2-point spread. So with that being said, probably one of my favorite pay-up options is going to be Giannis. I mean, I'm just hoping that his ownership's low. People just gravitate to Harden, to Durant. You know what I mean? Because you're probably only going to be able to get one stud here because of the lack of value. 10.4K, guys, in a close game where he should get. The thing is with this coach, even in close games, he caps him at 33 minutes. That's the only thing you get with Giannis. You'll never get a 40-minute game out of him, ever. But that's my frustration, guys. Tell me if you feel that way too. It's always been that way with Giannis, and he's expressed his frustrations with that coach, and you see how far that gets him. Hasn't done a damn thing. You got KD at 10-1. I'd much rather get to Giannis, guys. Especially with Brooklyn. Now they have so many mouths to feed, right? But 40, 30, 35 minutes, especially if Kyrie's back, I'm not going to do it. But if he's not, his 50, 60, 70-point upside too. So KD, but he's always popular. The last couple slates, he's been 50, 60% owned, right? Hopefully that changes because this position's pretty deep. Let's see. Chris Boucher, 7.1K. Always in play. Now you'll be up against Porzingis, so if Porzingis plays. It's kind of like a double-edged sword with Porzingis when we get to him, which will be next, because if he plays, he's cheap. It's a great play, but if he doesn't play, then that just opens up value. And then we can maybe fit two studs in our lineup. So we'll see how it goes. But Boucher, 7.1, you got to get him in there, guys. This type of year he's having, last time against Dallas, he got 41 fantasy points. Yeah, sign me up. He's almost in that 6-9 range. That's phenomenal. Then we got Lauri Markkanen in here, guys. He's coming back, and he's coming back with that big D energy, going out there, 35, 32 minutes, 30, 48 fantasy points, and another high-tempo game against Houston, guys. Lauri Markkanen will go overlooked at 6-7. So you want some single-digit ownership on a 4-game slate? You might find it here, guys. Pascal Siakam Alaikum, nice play. Just at this price point, I'd rather get to others. I'll just say that. So Porzingis, if he plays, the only thing that concerns me is the back-to-back thing. It ain't, no health reasons, nothing like that. His minutes, he's back to normal. He's back to a full go. Played 33 today. So if you're getting Porzingis at 8-2, that's a great discount. And against Toronto, a couple 45 burgers. So we'll take that, guys. And just think when his 3-point shots are dropping. In his last game, I think he took 8 3-pointers, 0 for 8. So when those start dropping too, he's still rusty. So he can always break a slate. Too cheap. If he plays, you guys got to get him in there. Find ways, man. Find ways. Draymond Green, I really like at 5.2K. Still too cheap. Gets the Lakers, who are actually pretty vulnerable down low. They're ranked 28th in the league, guys. As long as the Golden State Warriors are not being blown out, he's in a smash position. If they're being blown out, yeah, he'll get 25 minutes. If it's somewhat close, he'll get that 30-minute game. He'll get a double-double on a good game, guys, and that's with passes, assists and all that stuff. He's not really known to be a scorer, but that's way too cheap for Draymond, guys. I'm willing to take that shot at 5.2K. That is way too cheap. And Jason Tate from Houston, guys, 5.1K. Not too bad, right? 33 minutes, 39 fantasy points, 25 minutes. So his minutes went down last game, 26 fantasy points. But still, 5.1K, I'm willing to give this kid another shot. This kid's got a future, man. That's all I got to say. Let's see. James Johnson, I was going to like until that 5K price tag. And I know why they did that. That's just in case Porzingis is out. So they've already prepared. DraftKings is already prepared. So did FanDuel. He's only $300 cheaper on FanDuel, but only if Porzingis is out. Other than that, 5K is way too much. All right, so let's go to center. Okay, so Christian Wood, definitely in play. 8.9K. This is pretty much a no-brainer. 58, 55 in his last two. 40, 34 minutes. It's him, it's Boogie Cousins, right? But Christian Wood gets all the minutes. 8.9, he's going to be 9.5, 10K probably by next week. So you got to take advantage of that price. Get him in there. As much as I want to stack this Brooklyn-Milwaukee game, it's impossible with the prices. Very, very impossible. Wendell Carter's been solid for me. 30 burgers his last two, but now he's up to 6.5. Now it's gotten serious, so I can't do that yet. Willie Cauley-Stein is an absolute if Porzingis is out at 5.8K, but as you can see, as Porzingis' minutes tick up, Willie Cauley-Stein's production ticks down, right? 16 fantasy points when Porzingis had 33 minutes. So keep that in mind. Like, you see what I mean? Montrezl's 5.7. For what? Right? 26, 30, 25, 29. He had that 37 5 games ago, but this man should be at like 4.9. That's why I can't get to these Laker guys. Brook Lopez, I do like at 5.6K. You know, Brook Lopez is not a true center. He goes out and he shoots outside the paint. And I love this play. He's been balling out 28, 29, 33 minutes. And again, should be a close game, right? Last time he played Brooklyn, he got 37 fantasy points. So he's been pretty consistent, 31, 33, 23, 21, 23. But as of late, man, this Brook Lopez I'm liking because what I'm seeing, y'all. So get him in there at 5.6, $300 cheaper on FanDuel. DeMarcus Cousins too at 5K is not bad. I just wish he got more minutes. DeAndre Jordan at 4.8K is interesting, right? Since the Afro left town, he is the starting center. 23, 28 minutes. It's just for a starting center, I don't know why he's getting so few minutes, but his upside's there, right? He got that 31 and then that 16 in a close game. Now, in a close game, I'm liking this play at 4.8K, guys. Get him in there. And then James Wiseman, finally getting his minutes up. It's about freaking time. 16, 26, 27. The only thing that concerns me is he's going up against AD, and there's some foul trouble risk there. But other than that, so since his minutes has gone up, of course, so have fantasy points. 19, 22, 33. He reminds me of a mini Whiteside, guys. 4.6. Get him in there, guys. Especially with that 30-point upside. One of my strong takes on this slate with the lack of value. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a 35 or 40 fantasy point game. And a 4.6, I mean, that's some slate breaking stuff, boys and girls. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. Again, if you want to play all three slates with us tomorrow, guys, you already know it's dfsclub.com. You get the cheat sheets, the lineup, the ownerships, the members only podcast, guys. The most we have, like, you know, especially when LT's in there with us. Again, Space and I held it down today, and we went through everything trying to find that value. But you know what? We came out with some pretty fire picks, if I do say so myself, right? All three lines of DraftKings cashed, and one almost took down again. So, guys, you want a part of this DFS movement, part of this fun, it's dfsclub.com, where we play every single sport. It's a constant marathon because we play NFL, we play NHL, and we have experts for everything. Like I consider myself an expert at NHL, NBA, NFL, UFC. You guys already saw I came in fourth on a large GPP for this past card on Saturday on FanDuel. So Max Holloway, glad I put him at captain. So yeah, guys, dfsclub.com, the cheapest in the business. If you guys have any questions, Gmail me or email me, one of the two, skywalkerdfs@gmail.com, guys. I will answer all your questions there. And congratulations again to Layla, because she won that $20 free PayPal. If you guys want to qualify for that $20 PayPal, all you got to do, subscribe to my channel, leave me a like. I'm always trying to get to 100 likes a day, guys. It really helps me out a lot. And then leave me a comment down below. It could be anything, guys. Everybody's free to comment, even the haters. I don't delete their comments. But yeah, guys, come get this. Come make sure you qualify for that free $20. I could get that over to Layla. I said Leia. I'm a Star Wars guy, okay? I'm gonna say Leia. And this is Draft Dashboard, guys. It's only $1 for 30 days. Again, it's $1. You get NFL too. You get NBA, MLB, and NHL, guys. You get all my player pools. The lineup optimizer, which everybody loves, right? So just for instance, the lineup optimizer. Boom. It's going to give you lineups for GPP and cash, consisting of my watch players, your watch players, and who you think Draft Dashboard should play, right? So you don't like this lineup? Boom. You can generate up to 150. Which is really cool, and you can just download them right to your DraftKings. Sleepers and studs, the position optimizer, which breaks everybody down like we just did. And then the NBA cheat sheet, because if you can't win, cheat. It's got the best studs, mid-tier, best value, guys. Draft dashboard. So I'm going to say a prayer for everybody. And it's a holiday, so hopefully you guys have the day off, and it's a paid day off, and you can just sit at home like us or wherever. Some states in a bar, some states not in a bar, and just enjoy the day, and just stress-free and watch NBA all day, guys. It's going to be amazing. All right. So God bless you. God bless your families. God bless your pets. Let's get this bread. Don't take shit from nobody, absolutely nobody. And you returning members and subscribers, Schroeder's here. But I don't know if you guys have ever owned an animal, especially a cat. Whenever you move, they hide for like 3 days, right? He doesn't know what's going on. So he will be back. It's a lot bigger place now we lived in before, and he's just not familiar with it. So he's hiding. So he'll come out though. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much. Good luck tomorrow. Come join the family. Check out Draft Dashboard. And I am out. Take care.